I was born in Denver, Colorado, and I've spent half my life in Australia. And that's where I currently live, is in the Gold Coast of Australia. I do development work. I do consultation with developers down there to build high-rises, 30-story buildings. The reason we got a hold of Doug, my son found his website. From that, through researching on the internet, because I've had some issues with the federal government over here, and so after looking at the different people that I could talk to, I felt that Doug and Stan were the best people for me to align myself with, so to speak. And they've done a tremendous job for me. Prior to hiring Doug, I've gone through 3 other sets of attorneys, and I found they didn't have what was best for me at heart. With Doug and Stan, I felt that they're very true to what they say. They stand behind what they're doing. They're very concise, and they're very precise in what they say. So they don't sit there and give you hope that's not there, or the alternative either. They don't make it sound like it's any worse than it could be. They've been very, very good in explaining and being next to me the whole way through. Everything they said they're going to do, they do. Their pricing has been incredibly fair compared to other people that I've dealt with, where they want it on a different type of basis. It's just no end in sight. It's just like all they want to do is get your money all the time. That's the feeling I got with these other attorneys. I think in a nutshell is that they are very honest and very straightforward. They've looked at all the options with me. We've been through several different scenarios. They're the only ones that have actually sat down with me and went through my case line by line by line, charge by charge, and then broke everything out. We spent a couple of days up here, in a boiler room type of situation, going through each and everything. So they had a full grasp on what was going on, and then they were better able to determine how to represent me. But I think it also, in doing that, they had more of a feeling of what was really going on with my case, and it became more, I know it's still a job for them, but I felt that it stepped them up a little bit. It made it more personal. As a former prosecutor, Doug looks at it, I think, a little bit differently than what Stan does. Stan is old school. Doug has all the modern facilities, the internet and the computers and things, but he looks at things totally from a defense standpoint. So again, when you're sitting with them talking and going through a case, it's quite, the dynamics are quite interesting. Where Stan will look at it from one angle, Doug looks at it from a different angle, but they still come together the same way, and they still fight, for the same result at the end of the day. But having that yin and yang effect, I guess if you want to use that for a term, is very, very good and healthy in being able to look at the situation. Doug is more quiet and kind of listens to what's happening and a little bit more analytical, I think. Where Stan, he plays the bad guy. So he tries to look at it from how guilty are you, or how am I going to find you guilty. So it's a very healthy environment. Stan is a mature gentleman. He's been in the business, I think, over 40 years. So he's definitely got experience on his side, and he's straightforward. That was a very important factor for me, and I trust him 100%. The first day I met them, I tried to make that a high priority and make them understand that that was a high priority for me. Because again, I've been through 3 other sets of attorneys, and I just never felt that they were there in my corner. And with these gentlemen, I felt that all the way.